Nearly 3 years ago, he threatened to kill everyone in his own family. Police took away his knife collection and his sword, but he was still able to buy multiple guns legally, including a high-powered rifle. He used it to slaughter 7 innocent people and wound more than 30 others at a 4th of July parade. That's the new and disturbing revelation today from investigators in Highland Park, Illinois. They say the suspected shooter planned the attack for weeks and disguised himself, look here, as a woman so that he could hide his distinctive facial tattoos and slip away by blending in with the panicked crowd. This is a surveillance video image of the alleged shooter in disguise that NBC Chicago obtained. Witnesses report the shooter was standing on the roof of this cosmetic store along the parade route and firing down on the crowd. For some context, this is a map showing the store and that route. The cell phone video we're about to play was recorded across the street from that store as the gunfire erupted. Investigators say the suspect, dressed in women's clothing, was able to walk away undetected to his mother's house and drive out of town in her car. But they were able to trace that gun, the one he left behind at the scene. Police arrested the suspected shooter about 2 hours later thanks to a citizen's tip. They say he gave up after a short chase. This is video of the tense moment that officers moved in to arrest him. Aside from his contacts with police, the suspect also left behind a disturbing digital trail and online videos. More on all of that in just a moment. 7 people are now confirmed dead after another victim died in the hospital today. The identified victims range in age from 35 to 88 years old. Haunting images from the scene of the mass shooting show abandoned camp chairs, baby strollers, American flags, and a child's tricycle in the middle of all the carnage. A 4th of July parade turned into a sniper's killing field. Just minutes ago, the county prosecutor announced the suspect is now charged with 7 counts of first-degree murder. He faces mandatory life in prison if convicted. We have news team coverage beginning with CNBC's Perry Russum live on the ground in Highland Park tonight. Perry.
Shep, and people were clapping when those charges were finally announced. It was a sense of relief after an incredibly stressful last day. The scene behind us is frozen in time, people leaving everything behind, really. Strollers, chairs, water coolers, just leaving everything and then running for their lives. Police say the shooter is talking, but they do not have a motive.
Had I gone and zigged instead of zagged, who knows what would have happened for me or my kids.
Jeremy Siegel says he was across the street from the shooter, watching the parade with his wife and children.
And I saw a man get hit. He was hit in the head. I mean, I have no doubt that he was not making it. I can't kind of unsee. I keep re-seeing it in my head.
Investigators say when the shooter was done, he dropped his gun, climbed off the roof, and blended into the crowd.
We're very certain that there was a female witness who saw Cremo drop an object inside of a red blanket behind Ross's at 625 Central Avenue immediately following the shooting. We've not been able to identify this witness yet.
The suspect's identity online reveals posts about murder, suicide, and death. In a video posted on YouTube 8 months ago, images of mass shootings.
We were not made aware of these videos.
Police say in April of 2019 they were called after the shooter tried to kill himself. Police say they were called again months later, where a family member reported the shooter saying he was going to kill everyone in his family. Police removed knives, a dagger, and sword from his home. He was not arrested.
Police can't make an arrest unless there is probable cause to make an arrest or somebody is willing to sign complaints regarding the arrest.
Police say after the knives were taken, the shooter started collecting guns, buying 5 guns legally in the Chicago area in 2020 and 2021.
What do you hope happens to him with everything that he's done to people in your community and what he's done to you?
I'm not a believer that there's kind of justice for something like this. I mean, he did what he set out to do, and I think we all are damaged and lost by that.
Police say the shooter drove all the way to Madison, Wisconsin. That's about 2.5 hours away from where we are He then drove back and was arrested about 10 minutes from where we are right now.